Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse. For some more firehouse reasoning. Think it's really getting a bit hot here in Earth at the moment. Real fiery and hot, I say. I'm going to be dealing with mainly current affairs in this reasoning here. And straight into current affairs is what's happening on the Gaza Strip and over there in the Ukraine as well. Well, right now in Earth, I say the gloves are off. No one ain't doing anything and hiding what they're doing, you know what I mean? So whatever you are observing that is going on over on the Gaza Strip is happening simply because, like I said before, this is a situation or something that is fully supported by America. Without the backing of America, such a thing could never go on anywhere. For a start, Israel is fully armed by America, and I hear them say that they're going to send them some more arms or anything. Over on the other side, the Gaza Strip is blockaded by Israel, another country that is fully armed and equipped by America. You know what I mean? So basically then the Gaza Strip, as I see it, is a big prison where not even certain spices you can get. Now, up to present date, I think the Israeli already killed 1,700. And if they kill 1,700, that means they must have injured I don't know how many thousands. Not to mention the destruction. You know, one of these bombs that they drop in, just level a house, no problem. They've leveled whole neighborhoods. And while they was busy leveling the neighborhoods and killing, like I say, about up to present day over 700, over 1,700. I haven't heard Mr. Obama says how any of these deaths pains him or disturb him. I hear they say once about when Israel hit a UN building, which they says they never did anyway. It was Hamas who did it. But anyway, there's no outcry while all this killing is going on. Yesterday, Hamas says that they captured. Well, today they said the soldier died, but yesterday it was they captured a soldier. And Mr. Obama come out and made a statement. He was outraged. And somebody in the head of the UN, I think it was Ban Ki-moon, he made a statement. He was outraged as well that Hamas had the audacity to capture an Israeli soldier. You know, what right have they got, I say, Hamas, to see Israel raining down bombs on their heads, destroying their own family, and then have the audacity to go and capture one of these soldiers. Mr. Obama was crying for the release of the soldier here. Even in Britain here, I think Cameron was outraged at such behavior on behalf of Hamas. But while these families have been wiped out now, they ain't saying anything. They weren't calling for any sanction on the Israelis. You know what I mean? They'll be more busily seeking sanction against the Iranians, putting on sanction and causing lots of people in Iran to suffer unnecessarily when Iran is not an aggressive country. Or at the moment now, whenever time they want to degrade somebody, I say they make him the bogeyman. So now Putin is the bogeyman. See how sick America is now. The Ukrainian government now is bombing the east of their country, causing untold suffering and murder. But what is America doing? They are calling to train the Ukrainian National Guard as they see it, and also to rearm the Ukrainian government. What kind of a responsible devil is this, I say? Why would you want to see the Ukrainian government dropping bombs on the east of their country, what they call separatists? And you as a democratic leader of the world, as you would see, you are calling to rearming that very government that is bombing their own people, and to train a part of their army as well. And look how far away you are. Russia is not offering to do such things, but all you can hear is it's Putin and the Russians and Putin and even when the plane got shut down, America was quick to blame Russia. What kind of a thing is that where you're blaming somebody before there is even any investigation? Make one think that you are the guilty party. Make one believe. Just a belief still. Make one believe that could it not have been you who organized this plane to take this particular route and then shoot it down so that you could put the blame on Russia for whatever reason? Because like I'm saying, there seems to be a lot of black flag operation. Because if I was Hamas, like I say, and them 3 Israeli youths, the one that started the problem in the first place, if it was any Hamas operatives that captured these 3 youths, they would have held them as ransom to bargain with the Israeli. The last Israeli soldier they captured, the Israeli released 1,000 Palestinians just to get him back. So that if they had 3 youths, that's 3,000 prisoners they could release out of the Israeli prisons. You see what I mean? And even if they killed them, they would have held on to the body, because Israel would not let them keep the body either. That's how they operate. So you can't believe what they are telling. The Israelis are telling people that, oh yes, we have to do what we're doing to destroy these tunnels, because the Palestinians, Hamas are digging tunnels coming into Israel. I don't know how many people that Hamas has used these tunnels to kill. None whatsoever, as far as I know. But even if they did, you don't have to go from where they start digging the tunnel to blow it up. All you have to do is to find the tunnel on your side of the border. If they dig in towards you, they must come up somewhere, innit? So it's not hard for you to figure out where they come. You've got all kind of spying equipment all over the place. So the tunnel is not your excuse. That's no excuse. The few tunnel that they have is just to bring in goods that you have blockaded from the Gaza Strip. You know what I mean? But what is the world doing? Sitting back and watching this inhuman behavior. But the inhuman behavior is by America and its Western ally. They are the one perpetrating the evil and is seeking for whatever confrontation. It's time for us normal human beings here to see through these hypocrites. That is the behavior of those that I say that are in suit and tie. Okay, we know that what I call the politrictors, they never profess any morality about what they're doing. So we can easily see them now in this time that these don't care. These will just cause war and kill and murder. You know what I mean? It's obvious. I say they're out in the open. But while all this is happening now, you have some other set of beings who pretend to be have some moral upstanding on the planet Earth then, or are pretending to lead what they would call God people. I'm talking about people like the Pope of Rome then. Surely in this modern time, a man like him must have seen what is taking place in Palestine. In fact, he's just coming back from a visit where I see him nodding his fucking head against the nodding wall. So he was definitely over there. So he knows what is going on. But I haven't heard him yet make any statement, powerful statement, to the effect that he's disgusted with what is going on over there. How human beings have been slaughtered as if they are cattle. You see what I mean? Now, why is a man like him not coming out powerfully saying these words? Or are they the religious goons that are on the planet who deem to be head of whatever religion they are deemed to be of? How come they are not sick and disgusted and is speaking out strongly? Because surely they can see what is happening like everybody else. But of course they're not going to speak out because they are part of the goddamn evil. You see what I mean? And their silence are telling you, the gullible now, who they are. You know, this is a time, everything that is happening now, as wicked and as bad as it is a good thing. You know what? Yes, man. Because the more the evil rise to the top, even those who are not thinking morally will be able to see it right in front of their eyes. It is like a wake-up call. The shock and the disgust and of what is going on should be able to wake a lot of people up from out of their slumber, I say. So the more disgusting they behave, which I say right now, they are at the height of disgusting behavior, I say in the 8th level of negativity. So I say negativity have levels. The 4th level, the 6th level, and the 8th level. Well, now you are in the 8th level where anything goes. You know what I mean? You would have to be totally and utterly ignorant and stupid not to be able to glimpse some of what is going on now. Of what they would call the double standard and the hypocrisy. You know what I mean? And the unnecessary slaughter of human beings. You know what I mean? Writing, and not only the unnecessary slaughter, but how these who deem themselves to be either the UN, NATO, or the leader of the world sit back and agree with it. You see what I mean? And the reason why they agree with it, they are the one running it. You don't understand? The bombs that are killing the Palestinians are, like I say, if they're not manufactured by the Israelis, it's by America. The power that is in Egypt stopping blockading the Rafah passing so that Palestinians cannot move through freely or get anything is the American. They are the one who equip and arm the Egyptian army. So therefore they have to, if America say don't do that, they have to do it. So they have to help and keep these people in prison. You know what I mean? America is not saying anything to Egypt, who have seen. Have you ever heard anybody in Egypt? Since this military man come in, or even before he come in, they sentenced 500 and about 29 people to death for this killing 2 policemen or 3, I don't know. And no one in the West is saying anything about that. This brutality that is going on in Egypt. Why? Because they are American back. You see what I mean? So everybody now have to go along with the evil that is in America. Because it's like everybody is afraid of the devil in it. And no one can recognize that this is an evil system. But now, like I'm saying, that it is behaving in this way and slaughtering because of computer and all this technology. We can see the devils. You know what I mean? If anybody had any say, when you look at Mr. Obama and into the face of Kerry and Mrs. Clinton and all of them, surely you can see the evil in them, that these people have no soul. Because after you have committed such vileness, you become like that, where you become kind of soulless. All these people from Obama to all of them, when you check their background out, they are in some form of secret society. No honest soul would be in any secret society. Because for you to be in any secret society, you have to perform some form of sickness. You see what I mean? So these are the soul sellers. They sell the soul. You know, they don't mind sacrificing people. You know what I mean? Their intention, like I say, or like not like I say, they say, is that the world is overpopulated. Of course, the earth is not overpopulated, it's underpopulated. But these blood-sucking devils, according to them, there is too many people on the planet. You don't understand? And they plan to reduce the population by any means necessary. So if you see it in front of you, you're probably wondering, why is America pushing and provoking Russia, knowing that Russia is a nuclear power? Why are they doing it? Because they're pushing for a war. They can't help it. They already have safe havens underground, or safe whatever. In their own imagination, when they trigger whatever they're going to trigger, they will be safe and they can continue to rule and control the planet Earth. Not knowing, like I tell you, if you ever go underground when anything starts, you won't be coming back out. You go into your ready-made grave, devils. This is the final confrontation. You better stay on top of the earth and face your judgment. You see what I mean? But like I'm saying, this is for the normal man. You know, when you hear a speech like this from the firehouse, you should run and make sure every human being on the planet hear it, so that they can prepare themselves or observe what is happening. You see what I mean? Because you don't have, it's right in front of your face now. They are not hiding. And once you know how to identify evil, you will be able to see them clearly, hear them talking. Listen to Mr. Kerry, Mr. Obama, while they tell you what they're doing. Or while they tell you how sick they are. You see what I mean? How unfeeling or uncaring. Yet these are the very devils that we are expecting to lead us. Or are the leaders of the world. How long is it going to take you to see behind these guys? I'm not saying that every single man in suit and tie is a wicked man, but 99% of them are ignorant and idiotic. And all the leaders of the world are in suit and tie. Can't you see that? All the rest of devils are masquerading as holy men in robes. They are the one causing all the evil. Can't you see they keep silent when it is actually happening? And if they don't keep silent, they support it. You think it's me who should be sitting in front of a camera speaking passionately about the injustice that is going on the planet Earth? No, it's not me. It's the goddamn boy who call himself a pope. That motherfucker should be making this speech with this amount of passion against those evil forces who are carrying out such matters, even at the point of death, because he's got the power to talk to 1.something billion. I haven't got the power to talk to anybody, you know what I mean? If I was the leader like him, you know, God appointed general on earth, then of course I would be speaking out like I'm speaking out now. But oh, that motherfucker can't speak out like I say, because they're part of the evil. You know? That's why they keep silent, support what is going on. You know? I mean, how disgusting can you get? You know how many people, like I'm saying, get killed in eastern Ukraine? And all these people can, the American government and system and Britain here are pushing about is that these people are Russian separatists and Putin is arming the separatists. While they're not hiding, they're telling you that they're going to train the Ukrainian army, part of it, and fund it with arms. That's what they're doing openly, while telling you that it is Mr. Putin who is doing all the trouble. Before it was Saddam. After they said Saddam was the devil, they move and it was Gaddafi. Then it was Assad. How come it's never anybody from Europe who is painted as the devil? How come it's never Obama and the American system? How come it's always them? Or is somebody in North Korea, in China? How come it's never you or anybody in London or Paris that get painted as this goddamn sicko devil? How come it's never the forces of Europe that get painted as sick devils? You know? When they are the chief devils, manufacturing, like I said, 90% of all the arms that is in the world and exporting 99% of all of the evil that is in the world. Yet they never get blamed for none of this thing. You know what I mean? America is sitting there, always sitting around a table, are calling the Palestinian and Israeli to peace conference. When America will never give any peace unto the Palestinian, because it's because of America while they are in the position while they are in. You see what I mean? So the Americans are not interested. So if it was justice we're dealing with, you could never have the American like sitting trying to make peace between Palestinian and those men. Because the American would never ever give any justice to the Palestinian. Because like I tell you, these people are not just anyway. They can't give justice to the native Indians, never mind to people outside. You know? And when I say America, I'm on about the system that run the place. The system was evil from the beginning, so it must be evil still. It was built on blood, and it have to continue on blood. Blood sacrifice. It's a killing machine. It's the most evilest killing machine that has ever arisen on the planet Earth. You see what I mean? But because the goons and the sick devils that run it are dressed in suit and tie, you know what I mean? Like the president and all them. People think that these are decent. These are some of the sickest human beings that has ever come out of pussy. And you will find this out. Those of you who don't know, because we are going to live again, you know. Those of you who don't know this blood clot now, when they come and remove, because all of us must get removed from here, you will see my point will be proven to you. Because these motherfuckers will have to pay for what they're doing. No one get away with nothing, no matter how high up you are. You see what I mean? So even though what they're doing now is sickening, you see what I mean? To behold to the eyes. Don't bother think that they are getting away with this sick behavior because you call Netanyahu or Obama and you are protected by your secret service and all this kind of thing now. And you can kill at will and drink blood in secret. Don't think that any of that behavior, because you cannot defeat the law like I'm telling you. Law run the universe. A law that is beyond your conception. A law that you will never be able to understand while you are behaving and supporting such sick behavior as you see taking place now on earth. You see what I mean? But like I say, you know, all the vile and wicked things that is taking place now is a good thing. Because like I'm telling you, negativity is coming right to the top then. Right out into the open. So all kind of depraved behavior now is being released and is seen as proper and right as it was then. You know what I mean? So whatever form of sexual vulgarity you want to indulge in, it is promoted as right and correct. And whatever slaughter you want to slaughter of your fellow human being, you can always find some excuse to justify the slaughter. You know what I mean? A few tunnels or whatever it was, they're just different anyway. Whatever it is that the sick beings are performing now, right in front of your eyes, they will justify the behavior, and others will sit aside and justify it as well. You know what I mean? The EU, that's what they call themselves, the EU, are busily drying up, even though they can't afford to sanction against Mr. Putin then, as an example. And Russia, the big bad bear. But Israel now, who has killed, like I say, over 1,700, blew up, I don't know how many of the people, them houses, electric plant, everything, hospital, school, where. The UN ain't running, you know, to drop not one sanction. Now, isn't that strange? No, for a long time, you know, when I first come to understanding and was what they call preaching the truth, a lot of people says that I was a madman. And I agree with them. Because trust me, the world of the sane is not a world that I would feel comfortable in. I feel comfortable being a madman. Because these sane people and their behavior, it is the behavior of sane people now, where you can slaughter off people and just say, oh well, it's because of they're raining down rockets on me, you know, thousands of rockets. I cannot rest. And then when you say to them, how many people have I think in the last say 14 years or so, this year long, 13 people has been killed by rockets. That has been all the thousands of rockets that Hamas has rained down. Now, the number that Israel have killed in that same amount of time cannot be calculated, or the number that they've injured and or that they have locked up in their prison when they lock people up. You see what I mean? Yet they are justifying this brutality by the fact that rockets are raining down on their heads. No rockets is raining down on their heads, like I'm saying. And like I'm saying, they are using those 3 kids. Imagine if anyway 3 kids get killed. Could be by, are you going and say black men kill them? What are you going to do? Just go and blow up anywhere black man living? You know? Say we have a country. Say we live next door to you then, as an example. And guys, enough black men in the country, in it. Some of them don't even know each other. So we don't even know these men, some other black men then, and they capture 3 men and kill them. And we don't even know, you know. But now you now want to bomb up the whole place. Because you claim, you know, we as black men did it, I like to say Hamas did. But what I'm saying, if Hamas do it, I more or less know Hamas would use those men as a bargaining tool. So I'm saying those kids now was killed, sacrificed, because these people like to murder their own. They're specialists at it. They sacrifice the three kids simply because Hamas and Fatah had a unity agreement to farm, and they never like that. They want to destroy any form of state as they, with the full backing of the Americans and the West, because that's what they want, innit? So they perform a black flag operation. A similar thing to how your American government perform one on 9/11. No terrorists did anything. They did it themselves. So that they can use that to go and fight a war on terror. There is no war on terror. The planet must be run. Negative men are running the planet. Those who have lost their senses, idiots, sickos. Those that you are seeing in suit and tie are those idiots that are hiding in religion. The system that they set up must be run by corruption and evil. Because if you don't have any trouble going on, you cannot sell no guns, no bombs, no... You see what I mean? There's nothing for the judge and the solicitor and them to do. So they are the one creating all the evil so that it sustain their evil system. You can't see. Wickedness to them is like petrol in a car. It needs it to drive it. So they are causing all the evil and giving you a solution. You see what I mean? But evil cannot solve anything. You see what I mean? So when you listen to Kerry and Obama and all them, you must be able to see through them and see that they got no morality in them. You are looking at a sick soul hiding behind a body. But is disguising with a smile to you to hide its hypocrisy and the fact that it has sell out. You see what I mean? All these high leaders around the world, like I'm telling you, check out the background, they're in some secret society. You know what I mean? And God know what they had to do, what oath they had to take to join in, so they can partake in the power of ruling over the fellow human being, these goddamn sickos. You see what I mean? Until death come for them, that is. But the whole lot of them are sickos. Vampires. You know, like when you see in movies about vampire, the vampires are your goddamn leaders that you keep listening to and admiring, not knowing fully, fully that these are the satanic beings, those who choose to do evil to the fullest authority and has reached the heights of evil in the 8th level of negativity, as it was. Where they get captured by the 9th grade general. Because I know all the secret. They don't know nothing about I and I. I know everything about them because I am beyond them. Can't you see the 9 is beyond the 8? Can't you see that when you reach the 9, the 1 must return? So the 1 has returned, so all those in the 8, like these sick people who are running America, like I'm telling you, anywhere on the planet, all I'm doing is telling you your judgment, and it must happen. What I say is definitely must, because you know death must come for you. So you know, that is an adds-on, isn't it? Now you might not know this for 1,000,000,000% like I do. Not 1,000,000,000, 100,000 trillion, billion, trillion, up and that and that and that. Yeah? Percent certain that you are not a being that can die. Energy cannot be destroyed. Seriously, I know. Everyone should know that in this time. If you don't know, consult your idiotic scientists. Even they will tell you that one. Can never be destroyed. And the evidence of what this energy was doing when it was moving in any kind of physique on earth, whether you call it a black-white physique, I don't give a pussy clot, I say. When they remove you from there, the evidence of what you was doing is on your memory. Obama and all you high devil, whether you are queen or you call yourself fucking emperor, who knows? Men like to crown up themselves and give themselves big title and make themselves important. When you're not fucking important, you're full of shit. You should have realized that. Who the fuck tell you that you are president and prime minister and, you know, and that when you find yourself in such position that you can order people to die at will? Killing off your brother, you know? For what reason? Don't you know that you must suffer? Like I say every time, those who are scrutinizing the internet, anytime you hear the firehouse, bring it and let your high devils hear it. Please, straight away. Like I tell you, it's your judgment in it. This is a different, I am a different a devil man who rule and control the earth. From time immemorial, many has tried to break your power. And they've taken up arms to break your power then. Fight against you. But those who take up arms to fight against you become just like you. But I don't have to fight you. You see what I mean? With any arms or anything. You see what I mean? Because there is already a law. I don't have to fight. The law will take care of you, and it must take care of you. Like it take care of those other idiots who was going on like this before you take over the mantle. You know, soon you will be off the stage. What I say though, While you are on the stage now and you are enjoying the privilege and power that you have over your fellow human beings, I say you should enjoy yourself. Yeah. Make the most of it. Yeah, man. Carry on killing as much as you can, I say. Because after you leave here, you know, your party is over. You are having a party now, enjoying yourself, you know what I mean? Having what you might deem to be the best in life, you know? Because you get the drunken power, I say. That's another thing. It's not only alcohol that drunk souls, you know. No, some souls get drunken power. You know, when they realize that they can give out an order. And that they have other idiots like themselves who will say, yes, sir, I will do as thou say, sir. You see, they get drunk now and imagine themselves to be more important than who they are. Yeah? They now become a word that I hear, you know, elitist. That's what I say, you know. Like, you have to be in the class of the elite. Some human beings are elite, you know. Once you become an elite human being, you don't have to shit again. No, man. You are now elite. You're a different type. So these devils now, some of them believe that they are elite. And it is these elite people now who become, like I say, inhuman. Where they can go and murder of well, when you twist it, you know, you don't understand things. There's one race of people on the planet, human beings, yeah? But these now who have become drunk and ignorant now, believe that people are Israelis and Palestinian and Jamaican and Polish or whatever. So now, it's easy now to murder your fellow brother now, because now he's not a human again now, you know. You now become the Israeli now and he's a Palestinian. So it's like a different. You see what I mean? So if you touch one man who is an Israeli now, every man who think them Israeli is up in arms. You see what I mean? But if you touch another man now who is a Japanese, nobody care. You see the whole. So everybody is like a clown uniform thing then. So those people there only feel the pain of anybody else in the world who say, okay, I am Israeli. So if anything happened to any Israeli anywhere, they can feel that. But if the person was African, no, they wouldn't feel that then. Or vice versa. As according to this loopy form of segregation, I call it. But if you are living in segregation, then your mind is segregated as well, you know. Compartmentalized. You cannot see the whole. And when you cannot see the whole, that means you are blind to a lot of things, you know. You are just seeing a little portion of what is really going on. You're not seeing the whole picture. You see what I mean? So when evil is doing whatever it's doing, it's as if you are blind to it, you know. So you are blind to what's going on now. You can't see how they play. You see, like, you are focused over there as an example and the Israelis and what you call the Palestinians. But don't focus on them. Focus on the American here in Europe and see how they are behaving and how they are complicit in what is going on and how it could not actually go on unless it was because of them. They are the one here, Europe and NATO, who is always running around the world wanting to see, as an example, how Iran is developing nuclear weapon. Have you ever heard them focus on Israel? And why don't they do it? Israel is the one with the nuclear weapon. Iran hasn't got it. You know what I mean? And anybody with any rational mind would know that if Iran had get one atomic weapon or two, they ain't going to drop it on the world. So why is the UN and America and Britain and all them, why are they pretending as if they would? You know what I mean? They are busy now promoting homosexuality around the world in all these places. Well, why don't they go to Saudi Arabia and these other places and promote it then? And tell those people that if they don't make the man them, the batty man them, they're going to, just like how they're threatening everybody. They was just threatening Russia in the Olympics with it, innit? How Russia was anti-gay and all this kind of business and all this business. Well, why don't they go and threaten Saudi Arabia and all these other Muslim places with battiness? Threaten them that if they don't free up homosexuality, because they're threatening the whole planet. Let them threaten them. Don't just threaten little African countries. You see what I mean? But these people, like I'm saying, these are the real sickos. But all this, like I say, happens. The more sickness they do, the more people wake up in this time. You see what I mean? Because even those who are not, like I'm saying, even those who was half awake, he's thinking, well, how can you kill so many people though? There's no way of justifying it, innit? I mean, the Israelis said they're fighting Hamas. Hamas hasn't got any drones. They haven't got one helicopter. They haven't got one tank, as far as I know. Neither have they got any aeroplane. They've got no field guns then, you know, some big bullets or what they call it. All they've got is maybe booby trap little rockets and things. You know what I mean? So they are not a standing army. And here Israel, which is a nuclear power, is releasing its full might on the Gaza Strip. Against who? Against the civilian population. What Hamas? They've killed more. I'm not saying Hamas hasn't got a few fighters, because if I was in Palestine, maybe me dead already long time, because I would have to be a fighter in the resistance army as it was. So I'm not saying they haven't got a few, which they should. You know what I mean? But most of the people that are getting killed are not resistance fighters. You know what I mean? A great proportion are just the mothers and children and old people and all them kind of thing, you know. And the houses that have been blown up, and not by resistance fighter. And just normal people house these killers are blowing up. You know what I mean? How can and they always going on about say, Hamas says they want to wipe off the Jewish state. Even if Hamas say that, they know it's a joke. Because Israel is a nuclear power. Hamas, like I said, they haven't got a tank. So how are they going to wipe out a nuclear power? So why should you use that as an excuse to keep brutalizing people? You use the same excuse about Iran, so they're going to wipe up Israel. Knowing you know it can't happen because you are the nuclear power along with America. Yet you want to use that to cause a war against Iran. Just like how you would use that to destroy the Gaza Strip and claim that Hamas said they want to destroy Israel. So what if they say it? You are a brutal nuclear power occupying the land. Wouldn't it be right if we say, yeah, we would like to destroy this monster? Even though we haven't got the power to do it, but in our frustration and anger we say it. So yeah, they say it, and now you want to use something that they cannot do, can never do while you are around. You using that as an excuse to destroy and kill and murder. And then you have other people in the West here, like I'm saying, complacent in it, say, oh yeah, Israel have a right to defend their country. Israel is the most, well, when apartheid was going on in South Africa, it was fully supported by the Western government. Fully. In fact, when it finished, it was them who negotiate things. I say Mandela went in prison as a lion and come out as a pussycat. Because the West negotiating, not one man in South Africa served a sentence for the atrocity that they did against the people of South Africa. Because the West organized it. You see what I mean? And now this apartheid system that is running Israel, this evil racist system, is fully backed by the West. Don't forget they have expert in these racist systems. You know. America was running the same system right up until I don't know when before they give blacks the vote. You know, so it's not a new thing. You know what I mean? These people are used to carrying out these kind of racist activities. Their normal behavior. You know what I mean? To support such system. You never hear the cry out when Israel start building this gigantic wall that they are building, innit? You never hear them cry out whenever Israel bulldoze a Palestinian or Bedouin camps or olive grove or deny them water, you know, or blockade them and tell them that in their own waters they can only fish 3 miles from land and all them things. Ban them from having certain building material, spice, you know, some petty things. No one cry out, is it? At the brutality of such behavior. When 90% of these people don't even come from Palestine, they are foreigners in it from Russia and the rest of Europe and American racists that go there. You know what I mean? That's all. There's a bunch of criminals. But these criminals are... I even hear Netanyahu say yesterday, imagine this sick devil could say it. The man was on telly pleading for the world to be united with Israel in their right to defend themselves. And no leaders in the world should get up and say, no, we are not with you, you are a sicko. No one is with you and the bunch of goons who sit in that land murdering your fellow human being for fun. No one is with you. The only people that are with Israel, right, are those goons in American Senate and those here in the British and French Parliament and German Parliament. Because the devil run all these parliament. But the general population, human beings, they're not with you. They can see through that hypocrisy. You see what I mean? This kind of evil and vile behavior is only back, like I say, like the Camerons and the Obamas and those type of people. You know? The Pope and all them. Those who are in an authority of what man deemed to be power. They are the one who support evil. But the general population, I say, is in a time where they are beginning to wake up and to see through the hypocrisy of what they call their leaders. You haven't got one moral leader in the world. I tell you that. Either in the political field or in the religious field. In the religious field, you got the devils hiding behind goodness. But there is not an ounce of morality within their soul. Well, the polytricksters never did confess to be moral men anyway. But they're not behaving in any way moral. They are totally immoral. And they are upfront with their immorality in this time. Those who are hiding in religion, they are up front as well. Because their silence bring them up front. You see what I mean? They should be the first to speak out about such sickness and vile behavior of their fellow human being. If they was genuine in their heart, if they was sincere, when they talk about they are worshipping God. They're not worshipping God, they're worshipping the devil. And when I say the devil, not no real devil, the evil that they create themselves. Greed, selfishness, money, lust. That is the devil that they are worshipping, you know what I mean? Power over their fellow human being. That's what they are worshipping, not God. Because God don't need worship. You think a father want his son to worship him? A father is quite happy if his son live decently and happy, you know. And it's the same thing with God. God don't want not looking no worship. Just live your life decently and in the right and correct manner. It is the devils. Those people who worship God are those satanic fools. Maybe because they do so much evil, they think that they have to pay some kind of penance for the violence that they're doing. So they organize some form of thing where they think that they're worshiping God. But no one need to worship God. You need to live honestly as a human being. That's how if what you call worship, you worship God. By living, by choosing, because you got a choice, to live honestly instead of dishonestly. What more could any God want from you more than you choose to live a decent life with your fellow human being without hating them and going on a certain way? You don't have to do anything over and above that. The people who are doing it are going over the top about God are these goddamn hypocrites who don't know God anyway. You see what I mean? Those who are going on pilgrimage and lighting candle and relying on book. I never see anything so fucking stupid. Imagine that God create you, you know. It is God who create man. Yeah? It is man who take his hand and write anything, even if you call it inspiration, in a book. It is man who write it there, not God. Yeah? So how can anything that man write be greater than what man create? It can't be because the intelligence man create, God create man and put the intelligence in him. That's why man was able to write a book in the first place. So the man is higher than the book, any book. You can't understand it, any book. I am higher than any book because book come out of man. So anything that is rightful and true come out of man. The source is in man. I am a knower of the source. I must be higher than books. But yet you come here worshiping book about God says, God says, God says. That's how stupid you are, because you don't trust in God. If you trust in God, you will trust in what God create over and above what man create with his hands. Idiots. Well, no wonder they says I'm a madman anyway. Because sane people cannot understand these things. Because you are so sane and you live in the world of the sane, yeah? And I am a madman. Sane people thinks that a book, whether it's the Bible or Quran or any other book, has got more sense than them. And that this book has got more authority than themselves. But I am from the world of madmen. In the world of madmen, we don't put any book. No book can be higher than the eye that is in me. And I have trust in that over and above any book that a man go and write with his hand. That's in the world of the madman. Because in the world of the madman, we don't follow other human beings, we follow ourselves. In the world where people are sane and normal, you go to temples and church and mosque and synagogue and follow what has been written down for you in a book. What has been said by other men who you claim that God sent to say these things. Over in the world of mad, crazy lunatics, God can send anyone and has never sent anyone and have no need to send anyone simply because God is always here. We come here to choose. In the world where people have sense, God send people to them to tell them what to do. Over in the world of the madmen now, God give men them their own senses for them to use. So a madman uses his own sense and don't rely on any sense that the sane people say God send somebody to teach me. God cannot send anyone to teach a madman, and he never attempt it. The reason why God never attempt it is because God knows that madmen will never listen to anybody that come telling him that God sent them. Because if God sent them, who sent me? Because I come here the same way as them. I come here the same way as your prophets and your saints. Your Buddha and your Jesus are the same way, innit? I never come here in a different way. I never arrive in the earth on a spaceship, you know. I fall out of the sky. Neither was I a cow never give birth to me, or a sheep for that matter. So anyhow, these men that you claim that God sent, I arrive here the same way as them. So how come God send them and never send me? You see, man see things differently. You see what I mean? So while you might believe in the prophets and the saint that God sent, that's in the world where people have sense. Because in the world where people have sense, they believe in things, even though they don't know them. But in the world of the mad people now, crazies, nutters, we don't believe in nothing, and we don't want to believe in anything either. We want to know them. So if something is true, we don't want to believe that it's true. We want to know if it's true and how it's true, and why it's true as well. You know what I mean? Then we are satisfied. So we are satisfied with knowing. We're not interested in believing anything. Just knowing them. Oh, that's over in the world of mad people, you know. Like I say, sane people now, they are completely different. You know? They have faith. Faith in what they don't know. Just faith in either what they've been told or what they believe in. But they have faith. Strong faith. They don't want to know that faith can be blind either. Since as we're living in a world of positive and negative. They have no time for that. They've been programmed. Because don't forget, these people are not using their own intelligence. They've been told that, listen, this book and that book and this or whatever, this is the law. God revealed it. And they swallow that. They don't know if it's true because they can't know that it's true. They must believe it. You see what I mean? That's how sane people, in the world of the sane people, you must believe it. And you must also believe something that you don't know. Because the minute you know something, you're not a believer anymore. You're a knower of whatever you know. You can be a believer of it before you know it. But once you know it now, belief is out the window. You see what I mean? But in there we have belief in things. Belief will never go out the window because they sit on the belief until they are dead. So they never get to know. They're always in the stage where they believe. They believe. But this belief is never tested, so that the belief can be proved to be either unfound, firm foundation, or just a whim passing by. You see what I mean? And most of what they are believing in is just a whim. It would be stupid for God to send all those amount of prophets about 2,000 years ago and then stop sending prophets, innit? Because we don't hear our ancestors who built the pyramids at least 4,000 years before all of the modern day prophets, whether Jesus, Muhammad, and Abraham and all that. We don't hear them now because now people are getting hold of those history of papyrus and stone. And there is no history there of any prophets. A history of truths, you know, people knowing what's right and how to live. But there is no history of God sending any prophet. So you get to find out then the prophets are sent by these religious idiots. They are the one who create the prophets so they can make a lot of money out of the prophet. Jesus is a very profitable man on this planet Earth. Nobody cannot convince me otherwise. That Jesus don't generate a lot of money. Muhammad generate a lot of blood clot money as well. Loads of it. In one mean or the other. So anybody that they tell you that God sent as a prophet, they use such person to generate a lot of money, because the world is made on money and corruption and deceit, dishonesty. And all religious organizations are like that. There's fuck all honest about them. I'm willing to bet my soul against it. You see what I mean? I'm always betting my soul against it. They are set up chiefly to run to make money. So anybody is an icon, if it's Buddha, Jesus, Selassie, no matter who, they're going to make a lot of money out of it. Anyway, my friend has just signaled to me that we are on our final last 2 minutes. Please open your eye and see the deceit that is happening right in front of your eyes in this time. Please realize that America is the big Satan, you know what I mean? Followed by England here, the lion, and Russia, the bear, and China, the dragon, and all the rest of lesser devils that is ruling. But all your governmental system on the planet Earth is evil and sick. And it's time for you to realize this. Stop following polytricksters and religious goons. Know thyself, otherwise thy soul is going to end up in darkness when the mighty equalizer come for you, Mr. Death himself and his wife, Mrs. Death. Anyway, I is going to reload, fade out, and fire out from the firehouse. Rastafari, live it and reign it in the heart of all human beings. Reload, fade out, and fire out, see?